Hey you guys, Bitesize here. So I just wanted to weigh in quickly on what's being called the Dinar drama in WoW. TLDR, Blizzard have a system that they've experimented with in recent expansions where you earn these things called Dinars Cartel coins, chips, something like that, that allow you to buy items from the raid. So it's like a way of guaranteeing yourself that, you know, say that like mythic end boss trinket that you still don't have late into a season, it gives you a way to actually get that guaranteed. So it's like a nice little sort of thing of, you know, if you've been unlucky or you just don't mythic raid, it gives you that opportunity to get those chase items, even if it's late in a season. So that's going to be coming very soon in this War Within Season 2. However, this has come with quite a lot of controversy, where to get an item, you actually need to have killed that boss on the same difficulty that you want the item. So for me, for example, if I wanted to buy an Eye of Kazan on Mythic, I would actually need to have killed Mythic Gallywix. I was really hoping that Blizzard would actually change this, but they seem to have doubled down on it with this post, saying the middle of the War Within Season 2 is a very different situation from Shadowlands and Dragonflight when they've previously put in Dinars. Puzzling Cartel Chips were designed as bad luck protection, allowing players chasing specific raid items without success to have a guaranteed path to earning this item. They also provide a path for players who have only done the normal version of the raid to get a few guaranteed hero items without undermining the core motivation for challenge and coordination that's required in Mythic raid progress. We also need to be mindful of how we will transition into the next season. We don't want to give players who don't normally engage in high-end content access to item level 680 plus trinkets, as it would essentially obsolete those slots for Season 3. We understand that players who don't raid or have no interest in Mythic raiding are disappointed that they can't get Myth versions of these desirable items. The Puzzling Cartel system will still allow somebody who only does normal mode to earn, for example, a House of Cards trinket at eye level 672 once it's fully upgraded, and we hope that's an exciting prospect for all players. So, I hear what Blizzard is saying here. I totally understand it. The best items should come from Mythic Raid. I get that. Totally understand that. I've always been an advocate for that. However, if that's the case, just don't have this Dinar system anyway. Like the reason why people love the Dinar system in previous iterations is because it releases when things in the game don't really matter, right? The M+ season has already been out for quite a while. The race to World First in Raid is long over. You know, it's normally something that you can enjoy for a couple of months, maybe in like, you know, towards the end of a season, when a season's sort of starting to die down. It can just keep the game engaging for a little while longer because it's something else to earn, something else to progress your characters. It's just like a sort of stopgap and a bit more fun before the new season releases. In which case, if you want that kind of system, have it open to all items, right? Don't restrict. The whole point of, you know, the best items only coming from Mythic and things like that. That's important when things matter. Like when the M+ season is new and it's not easy to grind out full +10s for your cash. It's not easy to progress Mythic. The race to World First is still going on, you know? But when it's like this and it doesn't matter, you know, it's just this little downtime period. If you're gonna have, I think either don't have a Dinar system if you don't want there to be any kind of like, oh, we don't want players that don't do the content earning these items. Fair enough, then don't have it. But if you're gonna have this kind of fun system, I think just leave it to be open. Let players get the high eye level stuff. Like, it's the whole point of the system is to essentially remove restrictions from players to do with the content that they do and the level of content that they do. It's like just a fun stopgap before a new season. So why are we then adding a layer of restriction? Like Season 2 so far, in my opinion, has been fantastic. It's been absolutely awesome because there's so many ways to get items. Like, I'm not normally a big player of alts, at least not for very long. But I've actually really enjoyed logging into different characters in Season 2 because you can take a character that's like a brand new max level and you can gear it to a good enough item level to get into +10, Mythic +10 dungeons within days. Like, if that. It's so, you know, there's so many ways to acquire different items and to enjoy progressing your character. So it's kind of seemed like Blizzard has become really relaxed and just wants players to have fun and enjoy the season. But then the sort of epitome of that notion in a system like Dinars, they're adding a restriction to. It doesn't make sense to me. It's kind of like two different people are developing the ideology of the game right now. There's the one half that's like, no, restrict, you know, mythic is mythic. And then there's the other half that's like, no, we want a fun sort of way for everybody to engage and everybody to progress for the entirety of a season until the new one releases. It's like, it just feels like there's some sort of internal conflict at Blizzard, like they're not entirely sure what they want. Just for my 2 cents, I do understand mythic items or mythic raiding should give the best loot. If you are a mythic raider, you should be rewarded and be more powerful than people who do not mythic raid. Some people won't like me saying that, but it's, in my opinion, absolutely fair enough. Mythic raiding is hard, it's a time investment, and there has to be some kind of reward. Absolutely. But if you want that mentality to stay the same for the entirety of a season, don't have something like Dinars. Just don't have it. Don't release it. Don't have it in the game. If you do, the whole point of it is that it's a way to keep the end of a season when people are starting to potentially just log out and unsubscribe, play other games, people are getting bored and they're going to quit or have a break until the next season. It's just a fun way to keep people engaged in the game, keep people progressing their characters and having fun. So if that's what you want, have it unrestricted. Let people buy myth track items. It's limited to 3 items anyway, so you're not going to get a full set of mythic raid gear. It's just going to be probably, for most people, 2 raid trinkets and probably a ring, something like a Jester Diamond from Galleyworks. That's probably going to be 99% of people's picks. And then the rest of the slots, if they don't mythic raid, they're still not going to have them. So I don't see an issue with having it unrestricted. And I think the whole point of the system is that it's to be unrestricted. It's to be fun. So I'm hoping that Blizzard changed their mind, but I don't think they will, considering they've doubled down on it now. But what do you guys think? Are Blizzard right to double down on this, or are they kind of getting a little bit mixed up between 2 different ideologies of how they want to move forward with the game? If you're really interested in your point of view, please drop me a comment and I will see you in the next one.